a sweet treat like yo.
Or is he emotionally driven in his religion?
Yes, they are, Troop. They are emotionally driven. That is 100% fact. And we are back. It is your boy Truth of Truth in AM here with the one and the only too real to be phony. Trooper Joe is in the building. Troop, we were just talking about how your school has been besmirched by the students. Yes.
Sometimes they come through the crack,
Yep.
through the cracks and stuff. This girl ain't got no business going any. She need to start over again with home training.
Yes.
It's like, how could anybody be that disgusting and nasty? What you said, I can understand in some cases, but it's like, really?
You're right.
That's just disgusting,
Yep.
some of this behavior.
You ain't never lie.
That's it. And I hope you don't have a boyfriend, because I know he ain't going to be normal either, because why would you want to be with somebody who's that nasty?
All right, Troop. So, along with that story that we started, you started talking. You mentioned it when we were talking about the Harvard student, Harvard.
On the yard.
Yep, Harvard on the yard in the car.
You get a good education, huh?
Oh, you can get the best education in Harvard. But in Wheaton College, a Wheaton student who chose to wear blackface. Now, didn't you warn on Tuesday? You told him, don't wear no blackface, don't wear no whiteface. Don't wear no face. And this fool did not listen.
She didn't listen.
And now it's going to cost their school, the soccer team, some games. A Wheaton student chose to wear blackface as part of a racist and offensive Halloween costume, and the incident raises difficult issues for us all, Hanno said in a letter posted online. The student wearing blackface was apparently covered up to be members of the women's soccer team, and as a result, the school is not allowing them to continue their season. The suspension of the team's season was announced Thursday afternoon by college president Dana Hanno. Now, let me read that again because I'm missing something. A Wheaton College student, wearing blackface as part of a Halloween costume party was apparently, covered up by members of the women's soccer team. And as a result, the school is not allowing them to continue their season. Okay, now I got it. They shouldn't if the team covered it up. The team should have did like they did for that boy who kneeled on the football team, kick him off the team.
Yeah, but the last game of the season, so they don't get to play their last game, and that they should. But it's like people. This is just my little prophecy, anyways. Racism is going to die as soon as people want it to die. So if you're stupid enough to do some kind of crazy little act like that there, it goes on your record.
Yep.
It doesn't go away just because, I didn't realize that it was going to go on my record and I'm sorry. No, this stays on your record as somebody, you lose trust, you don't show that you have a good mindset or anything like that. Why would you do something stupid like that? That's just stupid. In a time when the whole social media is looking for racist stuff. They're just trying to find it. Why would you give them something? So it shows that you really don't have a good take on what's real in life. So you're only hurting yourself now. It's going to be hard pressed for you to get what you want out of life from this point forward, simply because you were dumb enough to go in blackface. And it works the other way too. If you're black and you put on whiteface, it does the same thing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't show any intelligence. And people, when you go to get a job, they don't care.
Nope.
They want somebody that shows that they're going to make money for their organization. This doesn't show that you're going to make anything for their organization but noise.
Right. It's race baiting both ways. Either way, it's race baiting, and that's, if you want racism to die, you shouldn't bait it at all.
And I believe that racism is on it's in a battle now to stay alive.
Yep.
I think that it's getting ready to be done. I think that the Antifas of the world and all these white supremacists of the world, they're not going to go away, but their power's going to go away. Mm-hmm. Their likability's going to go away. And I think a lot of even the Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, and all these other lives matter, I think they're going to go away because this country is getting tired of hearing about it. We don't have a long. It's like, all right, I heard the story. What are we going to do about it? Once you start doing something about it, it's going to go away.
Yep.
Because it doesn't become a good, fun thing to do. And it's going to go away. And those people who do the real dumb stuff like this, it's on your record. So you got to carry that with you all the rest of your days. And it doesn't show good, intelligent, kind of thoughtful type of things that people want when you're going out there and you say, oh, well, now it's time for me to be somebody who has to make a living for myself. Or not. You don't have to. You can maintain your degree of racial hatred all the way till you get into your 50s in this world. And now you're unmarketable in all things. You have no social security built up. You have no equity in the bank. You don't have anything for you to survive on now. And you got your little old wrinkled face out there, so nobody's listening to you.
Okay, so I saw the picture.
You saw the picture?
And here's the picture of the person. That's not blackface.
That's blackface today.
Okay, so it's one thing if you literally put the color black, like a black magic marker or something, all over your face, black paint all over your face, and then paint your lips real red.
Yeah. This
person dressed up as a character from a movie.
Yeah.
And the person in the movie happened to be a black man. This isn't blackface, Troop.
It is in today's climate because we're so sensitive towards, like I said, they're just looking for something like that. Now that's a girl.
That's a girl. Yes, that's a girl dressed up as a man.
Yeah.
She plays the part well, apparently.
I guess so.
True. I think we are oversensitive.
We are. That's a lot of work there. That's
Halloween, the college. You know them college students be dressing up for Halloween and they try to do their best.
She did her best with the goatee and the mustache and all these things like this. But the only thing missing was your thought.
I would not, if I would have went to a Halloween party and I would have seen that, I would not have been offended at all.
No, I wouldn't have been offended.
Now, if you would have had if she would have had
Al
pitch
Jolson,
black on, pitch black on with the big red lips,
singing Mammy.
She might have an altercation on her hands. Yeah. I might have to call up my sisters. Now, that to me is not offensive.
No, but
we are way too sensitive now.
Totally.
Way too sensitive.
We're just looking for it. We're just looking for this stuff. And it ain't us, it's the news media. They're just looking for something to write about. And racism, they don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of little silly organizations out there that don't want to let it go either.
So the team was not going to participate in one match.
Yeah.
Well, they had more than one game. It was a tournament. So they had a chance to win the entire tournament that they are out of now. So it was more than one game. Yeah. So that hurts even more.
Yeah.
So the team trying to cover it up does show some sort of guilt. But I still, don't have a problem with this.
I don't really see in the picture. I don't really have a problem with it myself.
You know? It's almost like if my wife wanted to dress up as Trooper Joe, and she made her skin a little bit darker, a couple shades darker, because that's all that is. That's not black. That's a couple shades darker than her skin is. And then put that one thing. If she would have put on like an Indian headdress or something like that, that would be something totally different. But if she just made her skin a couple shades lighter and just said, hey, everybody, have that fun for Halloween, I wouldn't be offended over it.
I don't know. I think did a lot of work. She painted up herself as a man. She got the men eyebrows. Got a good goatee with a mustache and stuff.
Nothing about that is offensive.
Not really.
She's wearing a suit. Yeah. It's not like she's propagating black men either. She's not wearing a tank top with her pants below her behind. She's not going yo 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 yo.
You know what I think more offensive to it? it doesn't even black. It's more Scandinavian, not Scandinavian. What do you call it? Middle European. And
Yeah,
stuff.
it doesn't even look black.
You know, more like he's Assyrian.
Right.
I'm like, he's not African American.
The team recognizes this is the right decision and accepts the outcome.
Yeah.
This action is separate from and will not replace the student conduct hearing process involving specific individuals now underway. So now the student might even still get expelled or kicked out of the school.
I can't argue that the students should be reprimanded for doing that because it's not just in their policy, it's in good taste not to do something like that. Even though that was well done and well put together, it looked like a professional type of put together and stuff like that. What it still sends a message is black, she dressed up as some other a racial minority and stuff like that. That even though it might seem harmless to the person, it's like you're a big old giant college student, like use your brains. You know that it's going to be, you're doing it to get attention and get a rise out of something. Here's the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take the consequences on, go for it. If you don't want to take the consequences on, don't do it. Be something else. If you have that much talent to be able to do something like that, you have a lot of options. And to do something just in blackface, it's like, come on. And you didn't listen to the Stupid in the AM show.
Right, where we told you.
Don't do that.
But I still don't think that that's blackface.
Yeah.
I think if you Google blackface,
you'll get Al Joseph.
You'll get a whole bunch of different pictures than that picture.
Yeah.
You won't find that picture anywhere or even remotely close to anyone looking like that picture as blackface. I think this is an injustice. I think they should not, she should not be suspended. She should not be in any trouble. Troop, do you want to see the person who she was portraying? Let me show you real quick. See if I can get this picture up.
Well, like I said, that was well done, but still,
that's him. That's who she was portraying.
That don't even look like him.
They're nothing like him. So this is supposed to be him. That's all I got.
She did a great job on putting on the makeup and everything. And now that I see the person that she was supposed to be portraying, I think she was trying to get a rise out of people. And she got the rise out, so the consequences of your actions are the consequences of your action. Stone her? No, I don't think she needs to be stoned, but I think she needs to be given a lesson in becoming a little bit more adultish or grown up, or at least in the way of thinking out your thoughts. You went out there to look at me, and get all that good publicity from your friends and all that good slaps on the back from your friends, and you didn't think it out that in today's climate, that's not acceptable behavior. Now you have to pay the consequences for being stupid.
What if I wanted to dress up as Superman and I painted my face white? Would that be wrong?
Yeah, white face, yeah. It'd be
Superman is white.
Yeah, Superman was white.
It's a costume.
If you wanted to dress up as Superman, then you put on a mask, the Superman mask.
Oh,
you don't paint your face white in the car. But there's a lot of what ifs and all these things like that. Nah, that would be that's in bad taste.
My people have become oversensitive, Troop. Way oversensitive.
They are. I agree. They're totally way oversensitive. And some places, they need to be a little bit oversensitive and stuff. But they need to take their oversensitivity and they need to come together with an agenda and let's put an end to all this racism. Let's put an end to the victimization thing. Let's put an end to the favorite subject of all, white privilege. What the hell is it? I still don't get it, And even though sometimes I'll be polite, like I was polite to the young white girl who was on our show from Voice for the Voiceless about white privilege and stuff like this, and it's like, yeah, you can have it. You're 5'2".
Yep.
All the way round. It's like, if that's the only thing you have in life is to feel that you're a little bit better than somebody else because of your skin color and everything, go for it.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. You know, it really makes no difference whether for me anyway, whether anybody feels good. If you feel good, oh, I feel good that I'm white. Yeah, okay. And what's the rest of you feel good about? Well, I don't have a job. The kids are starving. I gotta cut the sheets up to make diapers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Life just isn't fair. But I got white privilege. Okay, that's good for you. Do I care? No. Here's $1.
All right.
Here's $1. Will you take it? Nah. So, and in her case like that, doing the same thing, she was trying to get a rise out of her thing. I'm sure she was prompted by her teammates. Oh yeah, go do that. And she did it. And now here's the consequences for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Your teammates don't get to play in the tournament, and you get to be stigmatized as somebody that's an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like there are consequences to everything you need to do. And all the black people out there, you can clap your hands for about maybe 3 claps. Yay!
Yep,
and that's it.
Yep.
You know, you need to come together and get some stones and stone racism to death. That's what you need to do. That's what everybody needs to do. And we don't wait on the white person to take the lead. If you want to end racism, end it. First end it by becoming competent and powerful within yourself, because it doesn't matter.
Right. So it exists, but it should not matter.
Exactly.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. So in our next story, Elizabeth Warren says 2016 Democratic National Convention rigged for Hillary Clinton. This to me isn't news.
To me, it's like, oh, this is classic Elizabeth Warren stuff.
What do you mean?
Elizabeth Warren's a sensationalist. She likes to come out there and say things that's in the news media and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like she's saying it as some hero and charging down the thing and stuff like this. I knew this was. It's like you backed Hillary. you almost wore the same clothes as Hillary.
She did.
You did everything you can to align yourself with Hillary and stuff, and now you threw her under the bus.
Well, I think she had to.
She might have had to enough, but now you threw her under the bus.
Because you know she plans on running.
That girl can't get elected.
This is just a complete setup for her to run, and the only way she's going to be successful is if she distances herself from any scandals that Hillary's been involved in, and everybody and their mama knows that Hillary had a part in screwing over Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
Bernie Sanders should have been the Democrat representative in the presidential campaign for the United States, and he was screwed by the Democratic National Convention led by Hillary Clinton's team, at least.
Yeah, because Hillary Clinton had way more. Nobody liked Bernie Sanders.
No. The people did, though. The voters did.
Oh, there were a couple of people out there that liked Bernie Sanders and making noise, and there were all those social justice warriors and stuff. Their numbers aren't that great. It looks great in the Northeast because the Northeast is so academically attuned to scholars and all these kind of heavy-duty thinkers, except a few that don't think things out.
So if that's the case, why did they have to rig it for Hillary Clinton?
Because Hillary Clinton, that's what Hillary Clintons do.
Okay.
Hillary Clinton pads everything.
Yep.
All them Clintons pad everything. They're not going in there to take risks and stuff like that. They try to get the data that they need. They try to scrutinize what they need, and they try to take and move everything that they can towards their thing. They're not taking the risk.
Nope.
Even though they know the probability of me winning is 70 and the 70 to 30. Not enough.
Right.
It's got to be 90. So let's do this here and this here, and this will give us more probability of winning. That's Hillary Clinton's strategy. That's what she does. That's what got her in trouble.
Yep.
It's like, but people don't see that. They don't think in those areas and stuff. They're thinking with the issues that they talk about. you know, the little cliches and the little rhythmic mantras that they say. This is what they're thinking on. They don't think about what they're actually doing behind the scenes.
Right.
Hillary Clinton's a gangster. Everybody knows she's a gangster.
Yep.
But you know that's Hillary Clinton.
But she lost, and if Warren doesn't want to lose, then she's going to have to distance herself from all the scandals and bad things that hurt Hillary Clinton in her presidential run.
Well, Warren is, in my humble opinion, Elizabeth Warren is not electable.
I think she can do it.
Maybe she can grab Massachusetts. I think she can possibly grab Massachusetts, and I think that's about as far as it goes.
Okay.
I don't think she could even grab New York, Pennsylvania, Maine, New Hampshire. I don't think she could grab it. I think she could get Massachusetts, maybe Rhode Island, maybe Connecticut.
Against other Democrats?
Against anybody. Against you.
Okay.
I don't think she can. Because other people, Elizabeth Warren is she's not trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's not.
Well, that's why she's distancing herself from Clinton so she can be trustworthy.
She should have been trustworthy in the first place. She shouldn't have been able to get in bed with somebody like that. You know, there wasn't even anything in it for her, and she did it. You know.
Okay.
And I don't think that's pretty smart on Elizabeth Warren's part. I don't think that she'll be president. She's not presidential material. I don't really think so. She spouts her mouth and makes her noises, but as you can see, when the dirt flies up in her face, she runs away. You know?
All right. We got 2 more stories left and not a lot of time. Let's move on to the next story. The Empire, which is the Hollywood males who have been coming under a lot of fire lately from being accused of rape to sexual assault to sexual harassment, has struck back. Director and producer Brett Ratner, you probably never heard of him.
Never.
I've heard of him before. He's really famous. Brett Ratner has filed a suit against a woman he says defamed him by alleging he raped her. The suit was filed on Wednesday in a Hawaii federal court, the same day the Los Angeles Times published an article with 6 women, including actresses Olivia Munn and Natasha Hestringage, accused Ratner of allegations ranging from sexual harassment to assault. Ratner denied the allegations outlined in the report through CNN and his attorney. Brett Ratner vehemently denies the outrageous derogatory allegations that have been reported about him, and we are confident that his name will be cleared once the current media frenzy dies down and people can objectively evaluate the nature of these claims. Good for Brett Ratner.
I give him a good for that too.
He's the first one out of all these men who've been accused, and we're up to like in the teens now. The first one out of all about 13 or 14 men who've been accused that came out and said, this crap ain't true.
Yeah.
All the rest of them are, I'm sorry, I must have been drunk, I don't remember, I apologize. Even the former President George Herbert Walker Bush. Wait, is that the younger one or the older one?
Herbert Walker, the
older one. Yep. George Herbert Walker Bush, accused of groping women, and he even came out and apologized.
That's what we did back in the day.
Yes, but that's another thing. That's the culture.
That's the culture.
The culture changed to make it intolerant, but now they're punishing men for doing it in a time where it was tolerant.
It was, yeah.
So
it's real tricky when you try to go back in the past and bring it forward and juxtapose it on today's world. Yes. That becomes tricky. But you know, I'm not going to claim the victims or any of these things of that nature. But I know some guys out here that women are saying, "Well, he's the father of my baby," and they haven't done anything to the woman.
Yep.
I know people like that, you know. I know. So it's like they're not famous, big people like or any of that thing like that. It's a two-way street sometimes.
Sometimes, but in these cases, it's not, because these men are apologizing for it.
Yeah.
It's like the woman, hey, Truth it got me pregnant, and I know I didn't sleep with her, but why would I apologize then?
Exactly. That's why I give the kudos to that guy there. It's like,
Brett Ratner, he said, nope, I did not, and that would be me. If anybody ever accused me of molesting, rape, or anything, you wouldn't hear me say, oh, it was a long time ago, I don't remember. No, I'd be like, hell no,
like,
never, not in my life. Right. Thank you. Yep.
That's I got time for all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand it. Firstly, I really don't understand what's the fascination with groping somebody, especially from a position of power.
Yeah.
It's like those guys have money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you really have that problem with having to have sex and you're a nymphomaniac type of person like that, you got enough money to go buy something.
Right.
All you want to. Go to Vegas. Go someplace else where these things can happen all the time. You know, you can have little fantasies. You can have somebody. You can pay somebody to dress up in a little girl suit and have them walk by you when you pinch them on the butt. You can you can do a whole lot of stuff, except I guess this is what I don't understand. That it's like, what do you get out of that? But I guess I can't understand it because that's not me.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna just say that all women are being broke by all men.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that all sexual harassment is sexual harassment. I'm not even gonna go there when it's verbal. I'm not gonna say that because it's hard to even, you see somebody who, like, I'm in the gym a lot, but you see somebody who's working out, a female, she's wearing the yoga pant outfit and stuff, and a half a shirt and stuff, and she's working hard, and she's looking good. She worked hard, and you can see the progress that she's made within the development of her body. Her belly's flat, even got a little six-pack going on. She got lats, traps, legs are looking good and everything. Mm-hmm. And if you say, whoa, you're looking good, is that sexual harassment?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they would call it. But would it have been sexual harassment? No.
Right.
He's commenting on the work that was done by the person. He was telling the person, you put a lot of work and energy into that there to do it. But would you say, well, excuse me, ma'am, but you put a lot of work and energy. I can see that you put a lot of work and energy into the way that you've designed your body.
Right.
Nobody talks like that in the gym.
Nope.
Oh, you're looking good. That's some good work.
Yep.
You know? But then you can be charged with sexual harassment.
You can.
And then
asking someone on a date, I think, apparently, is you could be charged with sexual harassment now. Like, hey, how you doing? You want to go out with me? You want to go to dinner or something?
Yeah.
No, that's harassment. Like, what?
That's harassment. Well, I mean, you get even silly stuff like that. They augmenting everything now.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing it for a few years now. Augmenting the breast, augmenting the behind.
Yep.
It's like you could say, is that real? Is
harassment? That's
is
it.
Sexual harassment.
That is.
It's like, I guess it is, but to me, it's like that's a question that would be asked.
Oh.
But you can't ask those. You got to be sensitive.
Right.
The guys have to be sensitive towards these things like that. They do not ask that question. But then you're wondering, are those real? And so. I don't know. I think everybody should just, what God gave you, use it. That's it. You don't have to put anything else on it. And if you're doing a great amount of work and developing your body in that way, take the compliment.
Yeah.
Don't try to make the person who's going to give you the compliment into some scholar. He might be a kindergarten dropout.
Uh-huh.
But this is how he talks.
Okay.
That's not sexual harassment.
Right.
Grabbing on women, sexual harassment, sexual assault. And these crazy things these guys are doing, I don't understand it, but that's sexual assault. Even Tiger Woods, that was sexual stupidity.
Yes, it was.
that was.
So the woman who accused Brett Ratner of sexually assaulting her says in response to his lawsuit, Mr. Ratner and his lawyers can try to erase the truth through threats and intimidation, but courts decide cases based on the facts and the law. Kohler's attorney, Robbie Kaplan, said in a statement, "Our message to Mr. Ratner and his lawyer is short and simple. See you in court." Uh-oh, this is about to go down. It's about to be a war.
It totally gonna be, and I don't know if he did it or not. Don't even care if he did it or not.
But to prove it is the difficult part.
Of course it's gonna be difficult to prove. Women are at a handicap in that regard.
Yep.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, I'm not saying that they're not at a handicap because they want to look as good as they can, and there are people out there whose brains have been fried for years, and they just do stupid things like grabbing women and stuff like that. And then the women are at a handicap because if there's no witnesses, you got to prove it. And in this country, I don't know if it's still innocent till proven guilty. But still, there has to be proof, and that proof doesn't come easy. You have to isolate yourself from all your friends. You have to, you can't talk about the incidents and stuff. Counseling is a must. And then you may not win.
Nope.
Then you got to do the whole, you're just walking around with the stigma as a gold digger liar or something like that.
Right.
That's what the people do. So I do definitely understand the plight of women when it comes to that, and I feel sorry for them. These things shouldn't take place in a civil society.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an issue that has to be addressed too. But personally, I think the first issue we need to get rid of is racial bias and all that kind of racial hatred, and I think the rest of the things will start to fall in place. Even the sexual type of assaults that go like that.
Right. Yeah. All right. So we only have a couple minutes left, which is fine because our last story is people must be rich.
Must be rich.
They must be rich because they have enough money to afford to buy almost a $1,200 iPhone.
Yeah.
Cell phone, $1,200 now. And they are selling like hotcakes.
Yeah. What's up with that? That's ridiculous.
The phone it looks cool. It looks newer. It's one of the biggest upgrades of the phone. They've gotten rid of the top and bottom bezels on the phone now. They've taken away the home button. There are a lot of cool things with it, but one of the uncool things is the hefty price tag.
Yeah.
Let me Google iPhone X price.
I don't know where these people get their money and stuff like that, but they know in the world I'm paying all that kind of money for a phone. I ain't even got enough friends to have a phone that's $1,000. It's still a phone. You say hello.
Right. and the phone the iPhone X starts, the cheapest model that you can buy is $999 in the US and significantly more in other countries.
That's crazy. It's a phone, folks.
Yep.
It's a phone. I know it's a computer. It's your local mobile device, and you can use it as a computer. You can be the one of the dumb people and say, "Oh man, I left all the lights on and turned the lights off from your house," but you can still do that now.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's still the basic thing that you do with it is say hello.
Yep. So the iPhone in America is the hottest selling phone. In other countries, it's the hottest selling phone. But in countries like Japan and in China, people aren't buying iPhones.
No, they got another phone that they buy.
They buy other phones and Samsung phones and Korean phones. They buy Huawei phones. They don't just invest in iPhones. So iPhones, though, are like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, it's a status symbol, and we need we need to always have something a little bit better than the thing before it.
Yep.
You know?
Always.
It's like, why? Even in the competitions we do, there's got to be a little bit tougher. Not too tough that you can't do it. And the iPhone can't be too complicated to where it becomes a computer.
Right.
You know, it's got to still be an iPhone.
Yeah, it's pretty close to a computer now. You can Google things. You can talk to your phone, and the phone talks back. It's pretty. As a matter of fact, computers are starting to become more like iPhones.
Yeah.
You can touch the screens on your computers now, and you can talk to your computer, and the computer talks back. You used to be able to do that, not until the iPhone started doing it.
So, and you can type on your iPhone. So when they make it so that you can do papers
Yep.
and store them,
Yep.
and have files on your iPhone. I don't know if there's I don't know.
There is already. They already have it.
I say hello. That's what I say.
Yeah, you can. They have documents, or you can do documents on your iPhones now. They do. They really have all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a computer.
Yep, it is a computer.
So
Yep.
you're paying for a computer that can say hello and can open up by looking at your face.
Yep.
So
one Apple store had 120 people in line that didn't get the phone.
they didn't get the phone.
Yes, 120 people that were trying to get the phone and didn't get it, which means there was a lot more than 120 people, and those people in the front got the phone.
That's crazy.
The other 120 didn't even get it. They were very disappointed.
You got your phone, you go home like this.
Mm-hmm. And Trip, you want to know what the worst part about the whole thing is? The worst part about this entire thing is this time next year, 120 people are going to be in line for the next phone.
For the next phone.
1 year. That's it. They don't even stick to their phone that long. 365 days, there'll be 120 people in line that will be disappointed that they didn't get their phone.
Yeah.
Well,
please. It's like, I don't even know what my phone is.
It's an iPhone. You have an iPhone 6.
I got an iPhone 6.
Yep.
I don't even know what that means.
There's a 6, there's a 7, there's an 8, and there's a 10.
Those are numbers.
Yep.
But I know I can call people on it.
Yep. You can.
And I know that I get an email on it, but I get all junk email from that I don't want, because they got me going to a store and you buy something and they say, oh, well, we need to have your email address. No, you don't.
Well, there's a lot more you can do on your phone, Truth, that you are not aware of.
I'm sure there is.
Yep.
But I can do that on the computer.
Right. Yep,
Well,
you can.
Well, I got to sit down and really concentrate on something. I don't concentrate on this phone.
Now, does your wife like to use her phone? Does she have an iPhone?
She's on the phone all the time.
Yeah, because so when she travels, she doesn't have to carry a big computer with her all the time. So
she got a computer with her all the time. She got 2 iPhones with her all the time.
2 iPhones.
Yeah, well, her job makes her so, she got one for her patients and all these things like. But and my computer, I can leave the cord in a whole other country.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah, so I can't use the computer, and I didn't even know that. I thought they had universal type of things to plug it in so that you can.
Nope.
If you don't have the right adapter, you can't even plug your computer in.
You know why? So that company can make that money for that computer. That's why the iPhone chargers are different from other phone chargers, because iPhone gets 100% profit when you need to buy a new charger.
Exactly.
So it's all about the money, Troop. Well, it is 11:03, which means we are all done for the weekend.
Oh.
Troop, I will see you again Tuesday.
All you listeners out there may be coming shortly a live event starring Troopage.
That's right. Y'all be listening out. Troop might be doing an event soon.
Yeah, that's it. So we're going to let you know about how this is going to work and where it's going to take place. And no cost to you, or you can leave a little donation for a charity or something like that if you want to. Yep. No cupcakes, but
Yeah. All right.
And I want everybody to go and have their fun.
It's your boy Truth It. I will see you Monday. Troop will be back on Tuesday on Voice of the Voiceless Tuesday. I'll holla.
I guess I better head home. All this stuff on the